Guys, our lesson for today is about creative nonfiction, and it is about the writing process. So our objectives for our lesson is first, writing a draft of a short piece, and second is defining writing techniques. So what is writing creative nonfiction? It is a process of writing where it uses symbols to communicate thoughts and ideas in a readable form. Thus, there are ways to write depending on how ideas are being expressed. Such one can write creatively among from the world that they have created. Others would do the same thing, but then it would be more in a world that is real. It is true to its characteristic that writing can be complex, knowing that you write too much that giving possibilities to make thoughts and ideas permanent. Its beauty and the dynamism can also be utilized for the expression of one's creativity that will provide readers not only learning and understanding facts and valid pieces of information, but also amusement and enjoyment in reading. Previous lesson, you were provided with the different elements that are factual and non-fictional work. So we have studied before that we use as plot, characters, characterization, point of view, angle, setting, and atmosphere. And we use the symbols and symbolism, the irony, the figures of speech, and the dialogue scene and the other elements which can be used in every literary convention in writing a creative non-fiction. So what's the meaning of writing? Let's tackle about this. Writing is said to be a process. No? It is a process-oriented skill and it must go through a procedure so that one can come up with with a more effective way that a writer made through his observation. So it will become true as a writer about the troubles that he would like to share with readers. And as a writer, you will not just write immediately your ideas, so you must also have to organize everything, no? From the beginning until the end of your writing. So you have to read and read and read and read, write, check, revise, edit your writing. We'll talk about that. So what are the process in writing in creative nonfiction? First step, the pre-writing. So before writing stage. It is the preliminary or the preparatory phase in which the writer explores and select the possible topics, possible subjects or themes, no? It is also the part where the writer prepares everything which he is going to generate ideas and formulates the foundations of the topic for a written output. The brainstorm ideas will be framed through outlining. So you're going to make an outline, and the outline will also serve as the backbone or the blueprint indicating how the written output will look like. Here, as the writer, you will be choosing a topic of what you would like to write. Anything that would be from your own experiences, since it is a non-fiction work. And every detail should be organized as it is going to generate ideas. Okay, example of this. When the writer wanted to write something about a place that he went to and wanted to promote it to its readers, as for the pre-writing stage, that he will be researching about the place, or if the writer went there already, meron na siya agad syempre first-hand information. And this one, he could present a complete knowledgeable database for the readers based on his or her experience dahil nakapunta na siya dun sa place na yon. Okay, the next step or the next part is during the writing. During the writing, the stage are setting out of elucidation of the details and the ideas were perceived to be relevant to the topic and theme of the written work. During the writing stage, it is when the writer put together all the brainstorm ideas, thus focusing on the content rather than the structure. So, ang focus na natin sa writing mismo ay yun ang nilalaman nito. Since it is only temporary, the writer would now reorganize all the details perceived to be relevant to the topic and theme and develop them. So, when writing, ito, dapat natin tandaan. Write freely and try to find the best way to communicate your ideas. Paano natin maibibigay yung best way na to? First, we have to put all your generated ideas into paragraph. And when you write a paragraph, you should start it by presenting first the topic, no? Using a question, an appropriate quote, or a simple description that would lead you to the discussion. Here are the examples. Example natin for a question. Example ang gusto mong isulat is about being a millionaire. How to be a millionaire? So it must be catchy, no, to the audience, to the readers. How about a quotation? Example, a quote. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. So it is from Albert Einstein. And you can also write using simple words. Example, success is liking yourself, liking what you do, and liking how you do it. So it was also one example of your topic sentence, no? In your introduction. Then, yan, from our text topic, we can have our thesis statement wherein you are going to tell your reader the significance of the narrative under discussion, which is usually a single sentence near the beginning of your narrative, offering a way to understand it. So, ano ba yung topic sentence natin, no? Yan. So, yung munang thesis. When we say thesis statement, it is a short statement, usually one sentence, that summarizes the main point or claim and is developed or supported and explained in the text by means of examples and evidences. Example of our topic sentence. Cats are very good pets for several reasons. First, they are naturally good caregivers because they take care of their kittens. So they want to take care of their owners as well. Ayan. Cats are also always clean. And if you train them to use a litter box, they require almost no cleanup in their areas. Ayan. So topic sentence ay, cats are very good pets for several reasons. Yan. And pag sinabi natin topic sentence, it is a sentence that introduces a paragraph by presenting that one topic that will be the focus of the paragraph. In presenting the content or the body, the paragraph should present one idea or aspect of the general topic and begin with a topic sentence. So, kagaya ng example natin kanina, that will orient the reader to what follows within the paragraph. So, kailangan mag-provide tayo as much as possible ng mga supporting sentence by using of words, examples, explanations, facts, trivia, or opinions. Remember that in this part of the process, you should not be too harsh on yourself and do not focus on fine nuances in meaning at this point. For example, in a travelogue, the body should focus on what you wanted to show regarding the place. So make sure that when you are presenting details, it should be supported enough that the readers will be able to understand it. Theme of what you are writing should also be developed in this stage. Ayan na. It must be felt all throughout the writing process and it must not confuse the readers. Dapat maliwanag, make sure to it na kung ano talaga yung theme mo from the start ng yung introduction hanggang sa body, naka-reflect dun yung pinaka-theme or topic mo. It will be totally reflected in the end part of your narrative and it should have a different way to present everything. You may end it with a question again or a better with a challenge for the readers. So what is the third stage? It is post-writing. And post-writing is the phase wherein checking and correcting inconsistencies in content and mechanics. It is very important. In post-writing stage, ipapakita natin dito, i-correct natin, i-check natin yung draft. No? It is being carefully checked and corrected in terms of its content and mechanics. In this stage, the written text is shared with other audience and can be another learner, a peer, or a teacher will read your narrative if there is a sense. Since it is a reading that will happen, your peer will eliminate fluff or unnecessary or redundant details. Not only the fluffs will be eliminated or checked, even the spellings, the vocabulary, grammar are critically looked by another peer paying attention to content organization and mechanics, leading you to focus on the bigger picture of your draft or revision. And on the finer details, making sure that every word contributes precise meaning to your writing subject. So, i-check every little detail of the words, no? If the grammar is correct, check natin. If the spelling is correct, check. And if the word is really needed, no? And if the organization, the mechanics, pinapakita lang dapat doon yung pinaka-theme mo doon sa iyong subject that you were writing. Revision. What is a revision? It is a process of going back through your whole draft. There will be adding in, taking out, moving around, and polishing certain parts of a draft. While editing is a proofreading where a meticulous process of clarifying meaning by revising each word and line of your draft. Here are the needed preparatory activities before engaging yourself into the actual writing process. So, una daw, you have to select a topic. The beginning writer often complains that he has nothing to write about. Yes, as Jacoby said, from walking, from talking, from listening, from observing, from doing, from reading, from believing, from disagreeing, from dreaming, from asking, from having an open mind. Subjects or topics for writing are everywhere. So marami tayong pwedeng gawing topic. You should begin with something close to home or close to you. Whatever is something that gets your attention or you love to do, this can get interest. It can be very interesting for you, no? It can also bring about curiosity, but it shouldn't stop you from reaching the world. However modest it may be, a work that pretends to be literature should be both local and universal, should both timely and enduring, by Alfred Gonzalez. So, pwede tayong mag-isip ng kahit anong topic or subject which is very close to your heart, very close to your home, very close to you, and very familiar to you. All the facts in the world could be wasted on readers who are unable to appreciate them. So we must determine our audience. Thus, it is necessary to handle and organize your essay depending upon who the target audience is. Your choice of words, the length of your sentences, the images, and the allusions, these are very important. Your approach would also vary upon the audience. You can use a personal narrative, but it is not effective to children, but effective to adult people. So, mahalaga that we know our audience and we know how to deliver our subject, know how to present. Gathering data, yan. An important thing to remember is no matter how great your way with words or how engaging your personality in your project, the bottom line is how much do you know about your subject in gathering information. So you must consider the following factors. First, what kind of information do you have? Is it first-hand material, second-hand? I mean, you were the second, it is from your based on your experience firsthand. Then the second sources would be just a narration from other people, or you can also get information from the library, from books which are reliable, from news. So where to get it? That's exactly what I thought, what I say about. Keep current information. Yes, even the current information, it can give tremendous data that you can use for your writing. It is also immensely important to develop in yourself the art of listening. Yan. Because when we listen, we also get information, first-hand information. When we interview, yes. I hope, guys, you really understand how to write in a creative nonfiction. So now we're going to have our consultation time. And if you have questions, don't hesitate to ask now. Is it clear?